Does that make me a producer? Because I did that.
No, you're like, I don't understand how he does that.
Yeah.
Are we live? We're live.
I think we're live.
Yeah. I
Did
was
we
hoping you guys
send a note out to all our fans that we were
I was
live?
hoping you guys would just keep
Yeah,
bantering.
we're live.
back
So
and
stop
forth.
saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that anymore. You guys did that too much before we went
Oh
live.
my God.
No.
All right. So how about that ending last week, right? Like 80 seconds left? Oh my God.
It was not the best time to walk out of a Browns game, I'll tell you that. It was
Absolutely disgusting.
a lot
Absolutely
of
disgusting.
there was a lot of fuck Joe Woods. That was happening quite a bit. There were fuck Joe Woods chants. My buddy that I was with was like, we should fire Joe Woods. I was like, I don't know, man. We'll give him one more week. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think Joe Woods.
We fire coaches after the Steelers game. That's our tradition.
So. Right. Yeah. So we have to wait until tonight to fire.
I don't know. I don't know if you fire Joe Woods after that one performance, although that one performance is really awful. I mean, there's no other way around it.
Well, what
really bothers me is every single person that tried to blame Nick Chubb for that loss. It fucking boggles my mind. And then they look back at the 2020 game versus the Texans, which is a totally different circumstance. Because if you go back and you watch that game from 2020, when Chubbs was out of bounds, there was less than 1 minute on the clock at that point. He was on the Browns 40. He had to run it 59 yards. He had a breakaway. He was clear. No one was going to touch him when he ran out of bounds. Fast forward to last week, the ball's on the 12, on the Jets 12.
Yeah.
Okay. And he didn't have a clear breakaway either. He had to beat a guy. He had to literally go to the 2-yard line to get a first down. What's he supposed to? He's supposed to stop running, like once he gets there and just take a knee. One of two things happens. Either some dude fucking takes him out, and you get the risk of Nick Chubb, getting hurt, or he immediately stops running after running at the speed Nick Chubb does, and he blows a quad and he's out for the rest of the season. It's total bullshit.
No, those people are idiots. This game.
Plus, you also got to look at the fact too. When Nick Chubb, when that play hit, there was 2 minutes 2 seconds on the line. That clock was going to stop anyway for the 2-minute warning.
Yeah,
not like 2 years ago when there was a minute left in the game. 2-minute warning where you hit.
There's about 5 people to blame for this game, and Nick Chubb I don't think is one of them. I mean,
no, I don't. I think
2 touchdowns with a minute and a half. Like, why would you even think that was?
But like the game before where Chubb ran out of bounds, right? Someone told him to run out of bounds.
Yeah.
Nobody told him to run out of bounds this time, or he would have made a concerted effort to do so. Because that's what Chubb does, right? So I don't blame Chubb. I blame the people that didn't tell Chubb to run out of bounds.
Yeah, the coaching staff.
Yeah.
There were several. Our kicker for missing an extra point.
Anybody return to Amazon their Cade York jersey yet?
I saw a lot of them. And then I would say Denzel Ward, because it was seemingly his blown coverage that had the touchdown scored. What is Oh, all right. There you go. What do you think about that?
What does that mean? I'm about to place a huge bet on all credit cards. What is that?
I believe it's like a big sport reference.
Yeah. No, but Denzel Ward, and then I think obviously Joe Woods, because this is the second week in a row we've blown a lead at the end of the fourth quarter. You can't have your defense play well for 58 minutes. That's not football. And then the other one I would say is Kevin Stefanski. Like,
yeah.
Like, I would say, for one, because and Jacoby Brissett, I guess they share in the blame, because like, why are you throwing the ball in the one place that you're not supposed to throw the ball in that situation? Like that is like the one area of the field where they have ball hawks in that fucking situation in the game, and everybody knows that. I'm a fan. I'm not a football coach, and I know that. So why didn't Jacoby Brissett know that? My other thing is you had a timeout. You have a field goal kicker that can kick the ball 70 yards. They're not expecting the run. Run the ball up the middle, get 5 or 6 yards, kick the field goal.
Yeah.
Like that's if you had to kick it from the 49-yard line, who gives a shit?
You know,
It at least gives you a chance. I mean, that's what I don't understand about that final sequence. But
right. I look back to game one in the first game. At the end of the first half, there was something that really bothered me. Some time management skills that really bothered me is that it was the clock was coming down to the last seconds, and what we did on third, I think there was like 40, 45 seconds, something like that. But what they did was they threw a pass and it was incomplete and it stopped the clock on third down, right? And they were going to kick a field goal anyway. They should have run that ball, right? Kept that clock running and then let it go down to a second, call a timeout, whatever, and then kick your field goal, right? Then the half is over. Everybody goes inside locker room, right? But they didn't, right? They just, they kicked that field goal. They left all that time on the clock. Then you got to do a kickoff. Then, it's a touchback. Then you got another fucking 5 minutes of commercials. And, then they come back and then they run 2 plays. And then, it's like you could have just walked off the fucking field after the field goal.
Yeah.
You could have got those 3 points and been in the locker room, but instead you gave them 2 or 3 extra fucking plays at the end of the half, an opportunity for you to screw something up.
Yeah.
So when they fucked that up at the end of the last game, I was not surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe, I only wear it on this podcast. That's it. Wearing it on this podcast, and I might wear it at some point with my white starter jacket. I don't know.
You should wear it at the
funny
stop the game tonight.
Huh?
I said you should wear it at the funny stop one night.
No, I like to look good on stage. Yeah. Not wearing this.
I can't believe you don't like that hat, man.
Each episode, that hat grows on me a little bit more.
I know. Now I want one. It's
Dude, it looks like they made Major League of the Browns instead of the Indians, and that I'm like sitting in the audience yelling from nobody in the stadium. Spring training.
So you're going down to the game tonight, John?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No, I sold my tickets. I kept having like I had 3 different people today at one point tell me that those are scheduled mics for tonight. There's a lot of Cleveland comedy people that aren't
that don't know anything about sports ball.
Yeah, they don't know anything about sports ball or the Browns. Some of them don't like the Browns because of Deshaun Watson. But I'm sure the people at the bar aren't gonna appreciate comedy all night.
Can I say one thing? Here's something. I'm going to take a stance right now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Anyone going forward, because I see this all the time. Anyone going forward who's not a sports fan, jokingly, or either fucking calls it sports ball or says, "I just hope they have fun," especially for the Super Bowl. Fuck you. You're no longer considered a stand-up comedian. You will be known as a stand-up participant. You're a fucking hack who cut that fucking joke out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe you don't like that.
Sports ball is pretty dumb.
I liked it the first time.
Hey, baby.
You know what word does that for me? Auto-magically. When people say that, it fucking gets to me. Oh, it just happened auto-magically. Hey, shut up.
What word?
That's not a real fucking word.
I've never heard that before.
What? You've never heard auto-magically?
Auto-magically? No.
Yeah.
No.
It came off of some stupid commercial. Something got fixed auto-magically. And then people started saying it all the time. That makes me crazy.
Is this a Louisiana thing?
No, they have commercials up here.
I've never heard that before. That is weird. Automagically.
Yeah.
All right.
Automagically.
Just making up words and shit.
Yeah.
I am Chad over here. No, I don't know, man. I did want to go to the game tonight, but at the same time, like, it's hard to find people to go on a Thursday night, man. It really is. I had about 3 people, not counting Dan, that said they were down to go, and then like 20 minutes later, we're like, "Oh shit, I can't. I forgot I got this or something." You know, it happened to me. It happened to me like 4 times today.
Well, I
So,
have to
I was like, "Fuck
set up
myself."
the shed.
Nice.
I got to set up the shed tonight for Saturday's big show. Luckily,
I'm
you
excited for
guys will be performing under a covering. And the poor bastards in the audience will probably be pelted by 10,000 acorns as they fall and rain continually out of the trees into the backyard.
Wait, why is this happening?
Because it's fall, man, and acorns fall. And as the wind blows, man, it sounds like someone's shooting a machine gun outside. Just these things hitting the ground. And so it'll
Let's
be
say my
fun to
neighbor
watch
has a
the
metal
audience.
roof on his my neighbor has a
It'll
metal
be
roof
fun,
in his
though.
garage right underneath a tree, and all fall long, the acorns, everything, boom, 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 especially in the middle of the night. That's a nice thing to wake up to, just hearing a loud crack.
Right. Yeah. So that's what we're going through. So, but you guys will be good. You're under recovering.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done a show with these 4 or 5 comics on it before. It's gonna be weird. It's a weird combination. I don't think I've ever hung
Chad
out with,
and Tim.
like, all together. Yeah, I don't think I've ever hung out with Dan and Tim Wolf before. I can't remember a time. I don't know.
You
It'll be
mean
fun.
when the three of us were in the same room at the same time?
Yeah.
The first time I headlined Funny Stop that Thursday night, it was a crowd control. You and Tim Wolf were on it.
But Chad wasn't there.
True.
That's what I'm saying. I just said I don't think we've all done a show together before. It's cool.
I'm pretty sure I've only been in the room with Chad on 2 occasions, and one of them was a shed.
Yeah, one of them was a shed.
Yeah.
And it'll be a shed again.
He likes sheds.
He does.
and shitty purple fake birds.
Oh, look at
Well,
that. You
Ravens
got to
are
tell
real
Mr.
birds.
Johnny Lynn you're not going to the game tonight because he's got you a beer waiting.
Mr. Lynn, I am not going
I'm not
to the
going
game.
to the game, man.
And if I am going to the game, I actually don't drink. So please give that beer to someone else.
Yeah. No, I think he was talking to me.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Brown.
I forgot that the only person that's not Mr. Brown in here.
But yeah, I'm not going to the
Thank
game.
you for
I sold
watching
my-
Between Two Browns.
Yeah, I sold my tickets.
Are there 2 Browns in here? Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I guess there's 2 Browns.
Yeah. It might be 2 Browns and then one dude in the middle. It might be
Yep.
what this is. Yep.
That's pretty much what it is. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. So
No,
what are you
but,
thinking tonight?
I think we're gonna win. I do.
I thought that last week.
Yeah. So did I. We did win last week. That was the rest of the last 2 minutes of that game was fake. That was fake news.
Oh, yeah. Fake.
I'm pretty upset. We should be going 2-0 into Pittsburgh right now, and that would make me feel a lot better about this game. But quite frankly, I know it was a bullshit ending. I know it was a freak ending. We had a 99.7% chance of winning the fucking game. We lost. And quite frankly, the fact that we lost, a 0.3 chance to win the game. I don't know, man. I'm not optimistic.
I think that there's 2 things that I think could work for us tonight that I think makes me think we're going to win, and there's only one thing that makes me think we could lose. The 2 things that are going for us is Pittsburgh's offensive line is one of the worst in football, and the other thing is Mitch Trubisky is one of the worst quarterbacks in football, but he is from Menor. So like we know like sometimes when people go to their hometown to play, they shine. So that is a possibility I've thought about, but I legit think we're gonna win. I don't know. I don't think Mitch Trubisky has it in him to be good with that bad of an offensive line. I really do. I think
here's the thing. Who was the one guy we played? Duck Collinsworth or Duck Bill motherfucker, some shit like that from Pittsburgh. Filled in Duckworth Billingsley. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Some quarterback, like some guy they had a jersey on in the stands, and they pull him out and they let him play quarterback, and he beat us. What year was that?
Oh yeah.
I believe that was last week.
You're talking about Duck. You're talking about Duck Hodges.
No, they went to
that was Joey
to the retirement center and pulled fucking Flacco out.
Yeah, you're talking about Duck Hodges.
Duckworth Billingsley. That guy. He beat us. Dude, I never backup quarterbacks scare me more than regular quarterbacks for the Browns.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, Mitchell's pass per attempt this year is 4.8 yards, dead last in the NFL. So, yeah.
It's also 2 games in.
Anybody that has anybody that plays fantasy football know that he's had like 3 good games in his entire career. So
I agree. I don't think he's very good. I don't think he's very good. It's only been 2 games, and I get that it's a short season, but it's kind of like the whole like Shannon Sharp saying that Baker Mayfield's a terrible quarterback, and he's just pointing at 2 games from this year, and he doesn't look into the extenuating circumstances. So I mean, yeah, Mitch Trubisky's 4.8 yards per attempt. I mean, obviously that's going to rise though as the season goes on.
Maybe.
Ryan Yex is
maybe it gets lower.
Are you saying he wants to stay as high as 4.8 for the rest of the year?
Actually, the pass protection is pretty solid. The bad part of the O-line is the run blocking. I don't know if the pass protection for Pittsburgh is legitimately solid, then that just means Mitch Trubisky sucks that much worse, because if you watched either of the Steelers' first 2 games, he's not really going through reads at all. Like he's basically just targeting the first read every time. And that is usually the sign of a bad offensive line, but maybe it's just Mitch Trubisky sucks. I don't know. I don't know. That's Najee Harris has been a disappointment.
He was supposed to tear it up this year.
But yeah, their offensive line, man. I'm telling you, their offensive line is terrible. Yeah. Remember the last time we blew a 13 lead with less than 2 minutes to go? Last non-pandemic year, we went to the playoffs, 2001. That's a fucking reach, Joe Burrell, if I've ever seen.
Good at these things, the last time we played on a Thursday night when the moon was like half waning, and it was overcast. With, Sagittarius rising. We had 4 hot dog salesmen in one corner of the flat.
I had a ham sandwich that day.
Yeah,
right. And I had Fruit Loops for breakfast. We won that game.
My neighbor had a flat tire.
The baby is drowning.
Yeah, you're grasping at fucking coffee stirs there. I agree though. C needs fired. Then Kenny 2 Gloves needs to come in. Kenny Pickett, man. I don't know. We'll see. I have him in my dynasty league on my bench.
I take it, is Ryan a Steelers fan?
Yeah, yes, he is.
A little bit better than a Ravens fan.
No,
not much. I mean,
we've had this conversation. Ryan knows how I feel about him.
I'd rather have a Ravens fan.
About him being from Ohio, being a Steelers fan.
I'd rather have a Ravens fan, because at least then you can go like, "Hey, I understand. You're just stupid."
Nope.
I'll talk slower. It's not that much of a difference, right? The Steelers fan.
dude.
Same.
Both of them are stupid, dude. The Ravens, like the Ravens have a bird as their mascot, and it's not even the right color. Like that's not Ravens aren't purple. I think Brandon Petrie pointed that out on one of W. Scott's posts.
Well, and there's no Ravens aren't even indigenous to the Baltimore area. They're in far western Maryland.
Yeah, dude. They they named their team after a short story of a Gothic author.
You know, they're known for crabs. Why couldn't they be the Baltimore Crabs?
I am not going to sit here and let you disparage the good name of Edgar Allan Poe.
Dude.
Not on my show.
Dude, that guy could write awesome when he was on opium.
What kind of nerds? What kind of nerds name their team after a fucking book, bro? You know what I'm saying?
It's not is it a book?
No, it's a short
poem.
Story.
It's a poem.
Is it a poem? I think it's a short story. It's too long to be a poem.
I feel like you should just stand outside like the Ravens like entrance when they're getting on the team bus. Just be like, pussies, nerd. Yeah.
Just
like your poems.
Yeah. Just drive up and down the parking lot in a pickup truck, just throwing the complete works of Edgar Allan Poe at people's heads.
You know, when your mascot can be taken out by a house cat, like that's a little concern.
Yeah, dude, what a pussy, dude. House cat, try to come at the brownie elf, dude. We'll tear your ass up.
First of all, you can't find the brownie elf.
The brownie elf reports to Santa and makes cookies. It makes an awesome shoe.
And if the brownie elf was in a house and you tried to get in and get him, dogs would attack your ass. That's going first because we have 2 mascots because we're the best.
We have 3, don't we? We have a dog, a helmet. The helmet. What a dumb. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of the helmet.
Yeah, the helmet's not a mascot.
I feel like next year they should actually get a mascot that's just a helmet. A dude walking around in a helmet costume.
They should just put one on the field.
Yeah.
Every now and then confetti flies out of it.
Or you know those dog costumes that you can get and it's like a little hat and then the body like just hangs down and it looks like they're running and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we get one of those of a brownie elf for Swagger Jr. or Swagger the Third or whatever the fuck he is now. And then we take a helmet and put it on him and then he's all 3 mascots in one. Genius.
I would think that instead of those t-shirt launchers that they have helmet launchers and they just fire helmets up into the crowd. I think that would be great.
Right at the little kids that wait by my seats for autographs. That'd be cool. I hate those kids, dude. I do. I hate. That's the one thing. I love my seats, but I hate that I'm right by the visiting players tunnel because the end of every game, you just have all these little kids running down your aisle, like trying to get autographs. Just they would fall over the fence.
Do they ever give out autographs at the end of the game?
It is kind of funny to sit there and watch them because some do and some don't. Like I saw the Panthers was pretty funny because Cam Newton is like in these commercials as if he's like a big like kids guy and shit, you know. And then when they played us and he was running off the field, there's like 10 little kids. They lost, so he might have just been a bad mood, but still, like, there's like 10 little kids down there in Cam Newton jerseys just screaming, Cam, and like holding out shit and markers and shit. And he just walked right past them, didn't even look at him. And I'm like, dude, like, we're all, I don't know if they think that people can't see them ignoring them or if like they think that maybe people think that they can't hear the kids, but like we're all human. We know that you can hear somebody screaming from 2 feet away. Like that's like I don't understand how they justify just like walking. Like, dude, you're paid millions of dollars to play a game that these people's parents, that these little kids' parents, like
force
give
their
all the
kids
money
to play to make up for their own broken dreams.
Not only that, but like the fans, I feel like NFL players and the NFL owners, which is why I'm wearing this stupid ass hat in protest because I'll never wear it to a fucking game. I think NFL players and owners and coaches, like, they should be like 100% dedicated to the fans of football because we are who pays their salaries. Like, there would be no football.
Well, going back to that,
watch and buy their merchandise and shit. Well, I mean, it's just you see shit all the time, like coaches being assholes in press conferences and shit, and or players being like, I'm not answering any questions today. Like, that shit pisses me off because you should have to answer to us, and the beat reporters are the people in between us. You know, so like whenever.
You know, I mean, I get it. They should answer questions, but you know, those guys could put some effort in their questions. It's like, I get tired of the same, you know, and then they ask the same fucking question like 9 different times. Hey, and it's always this one. Hey, on that 4th down, when that guy was coming at you, what were you thinking? Oh,
yeah.
I was thinking, holy shit, look at this guy coming at me.
I guess
probably move. Probably what I should do.
I guess this is stemming from me being pissed off and disappointed. Me being pissed. No, we didn't. That's not true. The Guardians aren't just a bridge.
We named it after the people who watch over the traffic.
Yeah. We named them after badass bronze statues. Okay. I think they're.
What happened to Rover? Do you mean Rover's Morning Glory?
Rover Cleveland.
Is Rover's Morning Glory still on the air in Cleveland?
Are you saying Rover's Morning? Are you saying like Rover's Morning Glory, or is he trying to say Grover Cleveland and he forgot the G? Are you talking about an old ass president? Is that what you're talking about right now?
Died.
Yeah, he's old as fuck.
He's running around for Tom Brady.
I think this is all stemming. I think my rant that I went on just now, it's all stemming from me being kind of pissed off and disappointed at my favorite player, and that's Myles Garrett for what he said after the game.
I can forgive Myles Garrett though. How long has he been with the team now?
I can forgive him.
He was upset that the crowd booed.
Yeah. Do your fucking job. I mean, come
on. We had that, dude. You had that game, and you let that shit slide, man. Don't act like you didn't deserve a fucking booing. Right, he should have been booing.
Yeah. I can forgive Myles Garrett, but he is a little bitch about the fans because this is not the first time he said this. This is multiple times that this has happened, and it pisses me off because it's like, dude, you don't understand. Like, how much. I make $50,000 a year, a little bit more or less. I pay $2,600, $2,800 for my tickets every year, plus all the merchandise and shit. Like, that's a lot of money out of the pockets of middle class people. Whenever you have that disappointing of a loss, and it's mostly those people in the stands, you're gonna get booed. Like, we pay our hard-earned money to support this team. And when you play like absolute shit, when you're supposed to be great, we're gonna boo. I'm sorry, but I'm tired. I've like talked shit on Brian Kenny before for his opinion on Myles Garrett about him being overrated and whatnot. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's underconditioned. I think like. The guy is a beast of a man. He could get 3 or 4 sacks a game if he wanted to, but you see him like every game in the fourth quarter, he's got his hands on his hips. Like, why?
He had said that ever since coming back from COVID, that and he has asthma. So coming back from COVID, that he still had issues. Respiratory issues.
Can we get like an oxygen tank on him or something? Like what do we need? Can we get an oxygen tank built into his helmet? Is that
we could have a scuba suit put on? He could wear scuba. That might work. You could do that.
I don't know, man. Or take some more plays off or something. Like I don't care. Like go rap.
He can't be upset about booing. Okay. Yeah. Because look, you don't have to be Johnny Depp to not appreciate somebody coming in and shitting in the bed. Right. Yeah. I mean, they just shit the fucking bed. That's what they did. Like Amber Heard, they came in and they shit in the bed. And
I mean, it would be
you can't
worse.
ignore that.
It'd be worse if the whole stadium was doing what I was doing when that happened.
Were you shitting the bed?
No, I was laughing hysterically because I thought it was hilarious.
I said,
when you're a Browns fan long enough, it's one of those things you laugh
Yeah.
off because it's like, I can't believe this happened again.
well, you start
Again.
doing this. You start saying this. You say, okay, they just let that touchdown go. All right, well, or you start looking at, okay, they scored. There's so much time left. Okay, they're going to do an onside kick. If they recover it, then they could do this and they could score and kick an extra point and win. And then you play that all out in your head. And then what's frustrating is it fucking happens.
Yeah.
Right? It happens. You're like, okay, look, if they just don't fuck up this onside kick, they're good. Oh, fucked up the onside kick. Right.
Right,
okay.
yeah.
Don't blow any coverage. Just keep them in front of you. Fuck. There they go. They score a touchdown. Okay. Just block this extra point. Oh, fucking, you got that. And so it's like you can see. And that's the one thing that, I'm born and raised in Louisiana, but have always been a Browns fan. And I have, in my years and years of watching, I am consistently amazed at the unique and the just exemplary ways that they find to fucking lose shit that they already had in the bag, man. Like that
As
is
my dad always said, the Browns will never fail at breaking your heart.
I know. And
they will never fail to break your heart.
You get to a point where you're like, I just can't believe that you found a new way to fuck this up. It's amazing.
Sorry, I had to look up exemplary. I don't know. I've never heard that word before.
Ask Joe Varell.
Exemplary.
He'll be able to tell us. Yeah.
Well,
I can forgive Myles Garrett for saying what he did. He said something emotional after emotional loss. I get it. I don't agree with it. I think Jim Donovan said it best that, this really is a one-way relationship with the fans. The fans pay their money to go to the game. They're allowed to do what they want. If you play like garbage, they're going to tell you.
Yeah. And real quick, while we're talking about booing, boo that comment. Fucking stupid name. All right.
What would you want them to be called?
Let's go back.
The Baltimore Hearts after a telltale heart?
No.
The Baltimore Pose?
They should be the Crabs.
Baltimore Ravens.
About the Baltimore Criminals.
You can also do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if crime is really high in Baltimore.
I've got another word, but I'm pretty sure that it's one of those words that'll get you canceled. So I don't even want to ask if we could use it. So.
I've just seen The Wire. Probably not.
If I have to ask, I know the answer. So I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Scott's doing this. He's like, huh? All right. Don't tell anyone I said this.
I love whenever I talk any shit about the Browns as a Browns fan. Joe Varell is a Browns fan who will take it one step further every time. It's hard. It's hard to give a shit at a certain point when it comes to these losses, dude. Being a season ticket holder the past 5 years, I've seen a lot of games like that, and it's just you grow numb to it after a while. It's I don't know.
Well, that being the case, you should have known not to leave the stands early.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? You watched?
I stayed and watched. Yeah. I used to stay and watch when we were down like 40-7. Like somebody would
just
be like,
on the off chance that something would happen.
No, because I felt like the longer I sat there and watched the debacle that was going on the field, the stronger it made me, as a fan. Like it strengthened my fandom.
I'd like to express how happy I am about our ability to exercise our First Amendment rights by allowing these kind of comments on our show.
Yeah.
It's not a family show. It's not your Browns family show. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I think this one's better, so we'll go to that one. Get that one off the screen there. I think everybody sees all the comments anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know. It's cool that they're playing on a Thursday night. I love going to the night games. I'm kind of disappointed I'm not going to this one. But I was going to sell my Bengals tickets, and I told my dad that he can go to that game with me, and we'll go up on a Monday night because it's the week I have off for the Cleveland Comedy Festival. So
nice.
Yeah. So
cool.
That'll be fun. I am going over Joe Varell's Sunday for a podcast
on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
What kind of podcast? Which one is it? It's not the Square Table Degenerates, is it?
I'm not sure.
Friday. Those are generally on. Those are on Friday. If he's doing those.
I am not sure which podcast it is. All I know is that the dude makes good podcast, so it should be a fun time. Was there another comment that I'm missing? Oh yeah, yes it is. Square Table.
Yes, it is what?
I guess the STD
Square
one.
Table Degenerates.
Yeah,
it is a good podcast. I've been on it a few times. I enjoyed it.
Hell yeah, yeah, man. I don't know. What do you guys? Did we already do game predictions? Are you guys thinking they're gonna win or not?
24-22 Steelers.
Boo! Boo!
I'm gonna say 24-20 Browns.
24-20 and Dan said 24-20 the other way.
I said 24-22.
24-22.
We're gonna get beat by a field goal.
2 more points.
Last seconds. The other team.
No, actually, I don't think it's gonna be the last seconds. I think the Steelers are gonna win by last second touchdown. Or we lose from a missed field goal. From 25 yards out.
You know what? Pete said Steelers by 21. That's not happening.
You know what? The Browns don't have a good track record early in the season.
I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet, Pete.
Yeah, if you want to give me 21 points, I'll throw down 50 right now, Pete.
I got 50 on that, Pete.
21 points.
We'll see. We'll see his response. How quick it comes back.
I doubt he wants to bet $50 that they'll win by 21.
I will take that bet all day long.
Joe Burrow put 500 on that.
Y'all are gonna be crying.
You know what? Yeah, just because Pete said that, I'm going 28. What the fuck? He's so distracted. What does this mean? I give you banana.
What don't you understand? He's giving you a banana. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I guess. All right, we're betting a banana.
So his banana and raise him an apple.
I'll do this. Yeah. If the Steelers win by 21 points or more, I will come bus all the tables and wash all the dishes on a Friday and Saturday night up at the Funny Stop.
Oh shit, that's a good bet. And if they don't, you get a banana.
I get a banana.
Yeah.
I don't like banana. I can't eat a banana.
That's that. I'm going to say, you know what? 28-3 Browns.
28-3.
Well, that's more than 21 points.
Yeah. We're going to beat them by more than 21 points. 28-3 Browns.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, if they don't, Pete has to let you headline for 2 weeks. Right, because watching my ass ramble for an hour is going to make a lot of money. I tell you.
How about you wager the other way? If you guys win, then I get the headline for 2 weeks.
Yeah, there we go.
Take the middle finger. This is it's getting pretty racy, Pete. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if
I don't
we
want
have
to talk
this on
about
our
taking the
podcast.
finger from
Yeah.
Pete. It's not good.
Man, I don't know. I'll come. I might stop by. Might stop by this weekend sometime and take the finger, Pete. All right.
Well, it'll have to be tomorrow night because Saturday night you're busy.
Oh yeah, I won't be there all weekend. I forgot. I got the roast battle tomorrow night.
Who you
Oh,
roasting?
is that at the Odeon?
Yes, that's what I
Odeon?
want to say before we get out of here. Tickets are going quick. I think it's going to sell out from what I hear. The roast battle at Hominin Roast Battle. There's 8 different battles in one night. I think it's the most they've ever done in one night or in a while. Anyways, it'll be great. I'm roasting Julia Mary. I don't know all of the roast offhand, but I think Brandon's
Tree and DPM.
Yeah, Brandon's roasting Daniel. They gave Brandon the 1 seed. Roast battle seemed terrible for self-esteem. I'm not even showing that other comment. Yeah, I've always not doing it. Not putting fine. No, I've always been with my friends like giving shit to each other all the time, so it doesn't bother me to get roasted.
No balls battle.
What?
I don't know. But
No balls battle.
No balls.
Oh.
Like you got no balls?
All right.
You got no balls. That's all I'm saying.
Hell yeah, Pete, you're killing on this podcast.
You got no marbles.
You're all this laughter with your jokes.
I think that's a good bet, though. I will come wash dishes and bus tables if the Steelers win by more than 21 points. And if not, Pete, then Dan gets to headline, John gets to feature, and I can host on a weekend. How about that?
That sounds great.
That sounds like a bet.
I love that.
Yeah, I like that.
If you agree with that, Pete, don't respond.
All right, he agreed.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
We got.
I would love that weekend, guys.
We got a between
that's a
two
great.
Browns,
That'll be a great weekend.
Between two Browns weekend. Hell yeah! All right, guys, I got to get out of here.
All right, I'll have fun down at the. Well, you're not going to the game.
No, I'm not going to the game.
So what do you got to get out to go? Is your air fryer dinging?
No, I have shit to do before I'm going to meet my buddy at a bar for the game.
All right.
Haven't seen him in a while. It'll be fun. 4:30. All right. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
It's a bet, Pete. It's a bet. We'll see you.
See you, Pete.
All right, guys. Go Browns.